Yo, 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 Michael Summer here back again. It's now Saturday evening. I've made a couple of changes once again, you know what I mean? And like I says, in these couple of first few videos, what I'm trying to do is experiment, trying to get my streaming up to par with other people. One of the issues that I've found is that my internet connection is not the best, so I don't know how clear this is for people watching it because I really kind of like had an issue with when I tried to watch it back. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, why is it looking like pixely in this? Why is it looking grainy and stuff? And I'm using StreamYard at the minute, and one of the main things they said was make sure that you have a good internet connection. So if this video still comes out not satisfactory, I will have to look at upgrading my broadband connection and stuff like that. But these are learning curves. You know what I mean? So okay, I was going to start this video off by I was going to do a video about the mistakes, and I think I might still do it actually. Talk about the mistakes I'm making as someone who's new to streaming live, and it might be useful to some people. So you can see the mistakes that I'm making. You know what I mean? And the progression I've done. Because, like I says, lighting. Yeah, when you look at people who stream live all the time, you think, "Oh, that picture looks so crisp and everything." You know what I mean? And like the audio is so clear and clean and everything like that. So I'm still going through this, um, let's say, learning curve kind of thing. You know what I mean? And getting used to the software as well, because one of the things I've got to get used to is that knowing how to respond and keeping an eye on things that's going on the screen, whilst also remembering the topic that I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm not going to try and go too long into that. So I think I'll make a video on that on another day. But while I'm here, what I wanted to talk about, or what I was thinking, a topic I thought about talk about. No, actually, before I go into the topic, one of the main things I found is that when I was streaming before, is that I always had my PlayStation on the background, and it was doing some stuff in the background. So um, if you've not got a strong broadband connection like I have, it keeps dipping in and out, especially at prime times. Yeah, it's probably best to find a good time where your broadband is at its strongest. You know what I mean? And turn off other devices that might be using broadband. So, like even with my phone, I lock off the Wi-Fi and then go onto the server that is, you know what I mean, it comes with. You know what I mean? So it's not using up the Wi-Fi broadband width or whatever you call it. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's that. You know what I mean? And for anyone who's watching, I'm surprised. I'll be surprised at this time of night. But yeah. So while I'm online, I thought I'd talk about TikTok. Right, because TikTok is a funny space to be, a real funny space, and I found it interesting. Right, there's two kind of things because I've got a TikTok account, but I've not signed up and everything like that. But what I find is that funny is that how you've got one side of TikTok, what I find interesting and entertaining because it shows people doing creative stuff, yeah, and then you've got the other side of TikTok, which is literally just like ratchet. You know what I mean? It's just like stupid, beyond stupid. And a video that I watched not too long ago questioned about how women perceive themselves, yeah, and how this whole high value man and what women are looking for in a man and stuff like that, blah blah blah. And then they talked about how women perceive themselves, and it reminded me of like how I see TikTok at the minute, right? Because on TikTok now, if you don't even have an account and you just like get the app and flick through it from top to bottom, right? It's like this. It's like this. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can get this to play. Right. Okay, turn the volume off, right? But what you'll find is just women on there exploiting themselves, right? Now I don't know if this is empowering to women. I don't see how it is to myself, right? But for me personally, this is not empowering. This is like I remember years and years ago. I'm showing my age now. This is like years and years ago, where you had people talking about how page 3 in the Sun should be banned, right? Because it's exploitative to women and women shouldn't be used and utilized for entertainment on page 3, showing their breasts and stuff. So they got rid of it because of that. But then today, you have women willingly showing off their bits and bobs or using their assets, if you want to call it that, using their assets, right, for clicks and likes and views. So I have to ask myself, well, is that really empowering for women, right? Because they're making money from it or they have the potential to make money from it. You know what I mean? Is this where women's minds at the minute? You know what I mean? Because we've all heard the stories of like how certain women have like come on um certain channels and they're making thousands and thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands of pounds a year or so many grands a week, so forth, from showing off a little bit of cleavage here and showing off a little bit that and there and that and the other, and people sign up to it. But is that really empowering for women? You know what I mean? Is it really how women perceive themselves? And the women that do it, do they really consider themselves marriage material for men? You know what I mean? So like a man that's saying that, yeah, I want to get married, or which is kind of rare still, but a man who's like saying that he wants a good woman who can have certain values. Like I don't want to kind of like talk about cooking and cleaning and stuff like that, but a woman that he can relate to. If this woman is perceiving herself as a sexual object, yeah, then what is a man, or how should a man perceive this person when they see them? You know what I'm saying? Because it's confusing to me. Or should I say, well, it's not confusing to me, but it's like an interesting conversation because I think about it and I think, well, to be honest with you, now I'll tell you a story about a woman that I kind of like happened to have bumped into, right? And it was, I'm in the petrol station, I filled up my car with fuel, and a woman that I walked past and she looked quite attractive. And all I wanted to say was, good morning, because she was attractive. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest. She was attractive, and I was like, "Hi, how you doing?" Yeah. She kind of gave me this dirty, dirty look, right? In sense of, "Hey, who are you?" Now, I don't know where her mind's at, right? But I'm thinking, well, is it because I'm not attractive to her, or is it because that she just feels that she's been invaded? Her personal space has been invaded. You know what I mean? So this now puts a whole realm of what the hell's going on, right? Because, like I say, women who are on TikTok and doing certain things, you know what I mean, for notoriety, for likes and views, I'm sure they have a reason for doing it, right? And the reason for doing it is for attention, first and foremost. But then what's the purpose of getting the attention? What is the goal or what is the aim of getting that attention? Once they've got the attention, once they've flashed their two bits in the bottom of the bar and they're, oh, right, what's the goal of doing that? Yeah. Getting clicks and likes and views, you can't take that to the bank. Yeah. But however, if you can get a big enough following in which you can go onto that OnlyFans and you can get people to subscribe to you as a female, then you can start making money, which is fair enough. I don't really see a problem with that as long as a woman is down with that. But the issue I find is, or what I'm kind of like questioning, is that if a woman is willing to go to that perspective, yeah, online, because it's in a virtual world, right? When she steps out into the real world and is approached by men, right? Does she really have the claim or the right to argue that this person is abusing her, or no, I would say abusing, that's probably too strong, but this person is stepping over the bounds, let's say, by approaching her one to one, right? Even though she's expressed on her in virtual world that she's willing to do whatever, you know what I mean? So that's a kind of interesting kind of like concept I have, you know what I mean? And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. So I'm going to go on to something else, because like I said, TikTok is a toxic place, yeah, and I see that a lot of people are going into TikTok world and they're doing some crazy outlandish things, right? Now, I mean, TikTok challenges, shaky booty. Now, what I was really kind of worried about, or what I'm concerned about, is booty challenge. Oh, let me put booty challenge in there. Booty challenge. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, cool. Right, so let's book this in. Let's book this in, book this in, book this in, right? Boom. So you've got the booty challenge here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get strike for this.
Small waist, pretty face with a big bang. Look how you hating on a bitch and you my mama age. Cause I got a small waist, pretty face with a big bang. Look how you hating on a bitch and you my mama. Cause I got a small waist, pretty face. Cause I got a small waist, pretty face with a big bang.
So I'm going to cut out that audio because I'm not going to get a strike or whatever, right? But again, it's a matter of these girls are going out here and, you know, and putting on these TikToks for likes and views and stuff, yeah. And well, you could argue this it's just entertainment. It's just oh shit. It's just entertainment and it's just for a laugh. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cool. That's the argument. Cool. But then I'm going to ask, well, if that's the case, again, when a guy approaches them, yeah, and he's seen what I've just showed you, how is he supposed to think of you as a woman of respect, a woman that's a doctor or a lawyer, or a woman that shouldn't be treated as nothing more than a piece of meat, based on the fact that you're actually going out there and doing this? Yeah, know what I mean? And I'm gonna let's put no, I mean now. Let me kind of like make this kind of fair, because I know some people in the comment going, "Oh yeah, well." Da, 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 da. So let's have a look at this. Let me change it. Let me change the search. Yeah, boom. Okay, again. I mean, this woman is going to talk about how she wants a high value man, and maybe she wants to have a relationship with a guy that's a good guy, that's not going to cheat on her. And what track is this playing? What track is that playing? Let me hear this track. Yeah, not too bad. Not the best tune in the world. Not the best tune in the world. But again, like I says, exploiting herself. Yeah. Now, by doing this, what am I supposed to think of her? Am I supposed to look at her and go, "Oh, I saw your video on TikTok the other day, and I think that, you know what, you're a wife material, or you're a lawyer or a nurse or a doctor, you know what, right? Even if she works in bloody Tesco's, yeah, and that she has a, you know, and she has a regular job and looks after herself and maintains herself, whatever." But again, what are you supposed to think when you see women doing this? You know what I mean? I I know what I think, yeah, and my perspective is not positive. Trust me that. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. My perspective is not going to be, well, she's going to be someone what I'm going to consider something that I'm just looking at to smash. You know what I mean? But a man of age, I will have to admit that I will, if I was able to meet a girl like this, yeah, and she presented herself, you know, on a date as more than just what I can see on the screen, then I'll take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, that's always gonna be in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? So um I just find it funny. I just find it funny. I mean, there's lots of talk about manosphere and this, that, and the other. And maybe you could argue that, yeah, I'm being chauvinistic and misogynistic and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, whew, what can I say? What can you say? You know what I mean? Cause and effect comes into mind. Cause and effect. You know what I mean? But let me know what you think in the comments below on that kind of subject and there and that kind of topic matter. So while I'm doing this, again, like I said, I'm just going through some certain things. I'm going to turn that off. Brandon, what does this do? What does this do? Branding. Okay, it needs a background. Don't need to do that. Don't want to do that. Banners, private chat. Okay, banners. Oh, I've got some banners on here. Chopping it up. So chopping it up. I want to go into chopping it up and put that on the screen. If anyone happens to be watching, or anyone's actually out there listening there, you know what I mean, drop me a comment, you know what I mean, and then and ask me a question, and I'll kind of drop in or put my 2 pence on it. You know what I mean? But I've gone past that now, so let's go on to another topic, but still remaining in TikTok, because like I said, there are some good things about TikTok that I do like, yeah, in which you see some creative stuff, and I find it interesting that a lot of the creative stuff, yeah, come from working class people and just people doing manual things and everyday jobs. So, for example, I'm going to try and find out. Let me try and find something like TikTok. Let's have a look. Man building. No, I'll put that in there. Right. Okay. Boom. No, that's not the good one. What's the one I was looking? What I was thinking about? No, maybe not that one there. TikTok. Let's have a look. Streets, yeah, street cooking. What's going on here? Why can't I find them? Hold on, let me put the search in. Right. Oh, no, let me take the beauty bit out of it. There you go. That's why. Right. So this is what I do like. This is the kind of thing that I do like about TikTok. Right. Let's get past the adverts. Let's skip the adverts. Right. Go on. Get on to the thing. Yeah. Oops, it is. Delicious TikTok recipes.
Fat, that's the best for tacos. Add onion, garlic, bay leaf, and salt. Now let's make the salsa. This is the perfect salsa for the tacos. You cook with chile de árbol, you transfer it to a blender, you add garlic, onion, and now you blend. Don't forget the sugar. Let's check on our meat to see if it's ready. Y listo! Transfer the meat to a cutting board. Chop some onion, some cilantro.
Now, I don't know what she's cooking there. As a black person, I think there's some mistakes in that there. But well, let's carry on. Let's carry on.
Get your warm, soft tortilla. Serve your meat, your onion, your cilantro, and the salsa. Don't forget your lime. Y listo! And enjoy.
Right. So, like I said, TikTok is a vast world of entertainment, and there are some good things about it. You know what I mean? Like I said, recipes that people can learn, or ideas that people can see and say, "Oh, no, I never thought about doing that before." And techniques in how to cook, or techniques in how to build this, or techniques into. And I mean, I do like the. This is one thing I do like, and you might call me kind of like weird. You know what I mean? Or like see me as like a kind of what the hell is this? Right, but there are this is what I do like. I can't think of what to call it now. TikTok, let's say strike. Again, construction. See construction. Have a look at what comes up here. Come on, baby. Right, so like things like this, I do find interesting. It's weird, but I do like. I'm kind of like a personal thing of mine is like building and seeing people being creative and coming up with different ideas and techniques and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And seeing how people manufacture, construct, and build and things. You know what I mean? Of that nature, where you can see people coming up with ideas on how to put flooring down and how someone's made a shortcut into, rather than drilling 6 holes, they've come up with this platform where they can just knock something together and that's on me. You know what I mean? But again, so I'm not going to say that TikTok's I mean, this is I like this. Yeah, things like this. Let me kind of put some audio on it. Right. So things like that I do find interesting on TikTok. You know what I mean? When I watch it, and like I said, I'm not subscribed, and I'm not got a channel myself, but I am going to do one for my Michael Salmon, Michael's Madness, right? But like I said, there are some positives to take out of it. So I'm not going to look at just pure the negatives and look at the craziness that goes on. But what I will say is that for the most part, a lot of people focus on the ratchetness, you know what I mean, and focus on the negative. And it just seems to me that TikTok is a place where people can get likes and they can get, you know, a lot of what I can say fake recognition. And again, I ask, why are they doing it? You know what I mean? What's the purpose of that? Right? Because to me, if you're looking to do something like that just to get likes, thinking that you're going to become the next celebrity, it's like Big Brother. You know what I mean? You've got no talent, well, very little talent. You've got no real skill, but you could potentially make it as a person or become a celebrity or make a lifestyle, or you could make what you'd say a living from doing some outlandish things. You know what I mean? It's like I watched a video not too long ago talking about OnlyFans and the amount of women that are going on OnlyFans page. Yeah. So let me kind of like bring up something like OnlyFans, OnlyFans, right? Oh, please, right. Okay, let me kind of wait for this to load up. Right, boom, action. Get rid of that bit there. Let's fast forward this bit here because I don't need to see this. Skip the advert. Boom, this morning. So here we have like this morning. They're talking about women that are making money on OnlyFans, right?
Take a look at this lady. Take a look at this lady there, right? There she is. She's a police officer. No, she was a police officer. Her name is Charlotte Rose. She packed in the police squad and the doggy squad there that she was a dog handler, and she's become a millionaire. How did she do that? Well, let's go to her and find out. Her name is Charlotte Rose. And Charlotte, you now spend up to about 10 hours a day online. Dare I ask what you're doing to earn 130,000 quid online?
It's very different from what most people think the site is. For me, anyway, I go down a very tame route, very role play based. So most of my time is spent talking to the fans, building a relationship with them, getting to know them, knowing their names.
So basically, she says she's trying to be cute about soliciting herself. That's what she's trying to be cute about, right? Yeah, she's not saying that she. Yeah, okay. She's,
their pets' names,
Yes, but,
what they do for work.
But you talk to the fans. I presume you talk to your fans in your undies or something like that. Which
No,
no,
in my pajamas normally.
No.
This is very nice for me. This is not usually what I look like. It's the first time in months I've actually put my makeup on, so I think they like the real side of it, which is very much the route I go down due to the tame levels that I do. So the fact that I show the real side of me, the pajamas, the hair pulled back, the selfies with dogs, that kind of thing. It's very different to what I think most people probably think the site is. So yeah.
but again, like I said, yeah, she's soliciting herself, right? Because she's trying to play that. This isn't that she's kind of trying to be cute about it, but she is kind of like basically trying to say, well, I'm not soliciting myself. I'm doing, you know, I've got my dog and blah blah blah. Yeah, whatever. But let's be honest. Let's be true. Let's be real, right? The guys who have subscribed to her OnlyFans page are paying to see her flash her 2 bits. Yeah, they're not seeing. They didn't give a shit about the dog. They don't give a shit about what she did on that day. They don't give a fuck about what she, what happened to her going to the market. Yeah, they want to see nipples, tits, and ass, right? And simple as, right. So no matter how she dresses it up, that's that's what her fans are paying to see.
So let's talk.
No,
Charlotte, let's
anyway.
just talk about the site. 'Cause we haven't made that. It's a subscription site called OnlyFans. So some people might have heard of it, some people haven't heard of it. So OnlyFans is a subscription site which lots of people put content on, like yourself, and then you charge people to look at it. How did you know about this site? You know, it's interesting to see your story going from being a police officer to being in your.
See what I'm saying? Right now, this is her talking about now. A second ago, she was saying that, oh, I go on there. I don't know. She's not going. She's not being explicit, because I know that from what I hear, that the women are going on there and being explicit and showing more than what she's showing. But she is using her sexuality and she is showing off her bits and bobs to get the fans in, right? So all that talk she had a minute ago about, oh well, I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing this, and I'm going there with my dog, and I'm going there with my pajamas and stuff. That's your pajamas? Okay. okay.
In your lingerie, with lots and lots of fans and making a lot of money, clearly. How did you know about the site and what made you make this change in your life?
So I went from the police force. It wasn't something I ever wanted to do. It was always, I'm going to be a vet when I'm older. From a little girl, that's what I knew I wanted to do, to help animals. And then I kind of got into university.
So now I'm going to ask a question, yeah, and I'm going to. Sorry, Rob, if you're watching this, yeah, I kind of like, I do like your format. And I'm going to ask a question, yeah. She was a police officer. She had a job in the police force, right? Which I would consider to be an honourable job. She's gone from an honourable job to now doing what she does now. Now, the thing is, it pays more. How can I put it? Where is the line between your honor and your integrity and how much money you can make? That's a very interesting question to ask. You know what I mean? If you can make more money showing off your bits and bobs, right, but then be considered to be a sexual desire object, or be, like I said, she was a police officer in which she got respect from the job of looking after people and upholding the law and stuff like that. What side, the financial part of it, how much does that influence the decision that she's made? Yeah, because I think that for some people, money is the ultimate everything. Yeah, the fact that you can make a lot of money trumps everything, and integrity is something that goes out the window. You know what I mean? It's like integrity is like, oh no, well I can make £50,000 a year, or 100. No, I can make 20 grand a week or 20 grand a month, or whatever these women say they claim to make. I can do that every week, or I can have a job where I risk my life, or I'm put in positions where I have to deal with horrible people and clients and that and stuff like that, and make 50 grand a year. Right? What side do you stand on? Where do you go with that? You know what I mean? That's interesting. But let's carry on.
And wanted to take a gap year. So I decided that it kind of wasn't the right time for me to go straight into education. So someone said to me, why don't you go into the police force and be a dog handler? And I love animals. And I thought, well, I could see myself doing that. And I kind of done that for a little while, got qualified, and then realised quite quickly that it was very male dominated, and I probably wasn't going to get to the point where I wanted to, which was the dog handling. I never wanted to be like a normal regular officer. So I kind of knocked that one on the head, and I decided to stop that. Got into the modelling by accident.
See how she's starting to like calculate in her head. You know how she's had to calculate in her head how to put this out. How can I put out that I went from a respectable job in the police force, that's considered to be an upholding position in society to going on TikTok and flashing my bits and bobs. I keep saying flashing my bits and bobs because I'm, you know, at the end of the day. Hold on. Oh, someone's calling me, right? Let me cancel that. Remind me. Right. How can I go? How should I go? How should I go from that to explaining why it is that I'm going on TikTok or I'm going on social media and on platforms in which I am now showing my body off to make money? Yeah. Okay.
And then was approached about a year or two after starting modelling.
Right. You know, right, I'm gonna have to end the broadcast now because I need to answer this call. Right. I'm back in a bit.